Hi love, and welcome back to Awakened and Rising. This is the final episode in our Saturn series, and I saved the most tender one for last. Today we're talking about the wounded mystic, the part of you that's always known you were here for something bigger, better, and much more, but also carries deep memories of being silenced, shamed, or spiritually exiled. And how this moment, this Saturn and Pisces era, isn't just about healing that part of you. It's about becoming the mentor you once needed, the guide your highest self can hold on to. Let's talk about what's really happening beneath the surface right now and why your presence, your path, and your power matter more than ever. So here's the astrology. Right now, Saturn is in Aries, but it was in Pisces from March to May, and it's headed back to Pisces this next September. Pisces is where the deepest soul work of this cycle lives. When Saturn, the planet of responsibility and growth, dives into the ocean of Pisces, it's asking us to do some radical work, to create structure around our spiritual truth, to give form to the unseen, to become a devoted student of our intuition, our emotional depth, and our inner knowing. But that work can stir up a lot, especially because our conditioning often says the opposite. Old grief, unprocessed trauma, memories of being punished or rejected for our sensitivity, our voice, our gifts. It can feel like something ancient is being asked to heal. And it is, because you're not just here to dream. You're here to embody. You're here to bring heaven to earth. So let's name what's really coming up right now for so many women. It could be a fear of being seen, a fear of being too much or not enough. It could be a deep, quiet ache for meaning that no level of outer success has satisfied, or a craving to be fully self-expressed, but not really knowing where to begin to do that. This is the call of the wounded mystic, and Saturn is here to help you answer it with devotion and with discipline, because you're not meant to stay in the wound. You're meant to lead from the healing of it. So let's go a little bit deeper and look at, in this Saturn and Pisces era, many women are awakening spiritually in ways that can't be ignored anymore. You might feel called to change your work, your relationships, your priorities. You might feel like the person you used to be just doesn't fit in your life anymore. It just doesn't fit in your skin. You might even be grieving the version of you that played small or safe or was people-pleasing. This isn't regression, it's rebirth. It's the moment the mystic becomes the mentor. The moment you stop apologizing for your depth and start trusting it. The moment you stop waiting for a sign and you become the sign. You become the one you've been waiting for. The moment you realize everything you've been through and everything you've done prepared you to guide others through darkness as well. So what does this healing actually look like? It could look like saying no to what drains you, even if you used to say yes. Telling the truth even when it shakes your voice. It could look like creating sacred structure, like practices, rituals, and boundaries that hold your intuitive gifts with care and devotion. It could look like letting go of the need to prove or to perform, or allowing your softness and sensitivity to be powerful. Saturn wants to help you build something that lasts, but Pisces wants that thing to be true. You can't build a legacy from a persona or even from a brand. You build it from your soul, from your spirit. So today I invite you to ask yourself, where am I still hiding my magic? And why? What am I being called to teach, to hold, or transmit as testimony because I lived it? What boundaries or structures would allow me to serve without self-abandoning, contorting, or shrinking? And if I fully trusted my intuitive wisdom, what would change in my life? This is sacred woman leadership. This is the mystic rising. This is the moment you realize your depth is your destiny. So here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to be perfect to lead. You just need to be true to yourself. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to say yes to the path. Claim it. Say yes to the path that's already calling you upwards and forward. Your spiritual gifts aren't a liability. They're your legacy. And the more you honor them, the more you'll magnetize the people, the opportunities, and the impact that you're meant to step into. This is Saturn in Pisces at its highest frequency. Structure in service of the soul. Discipline in service of devotion. Healing that ripples outward and emanates. So thank you for joining me in this series. If it spoke to you, share it with a woman that needs to hear it as well. And if you're feeling called to go deeper into this work, into your healing, into your leadership, and your next level of success, I'd love to personally invite you to join us inside my Success Circle membership. The Success Circle is a virtual community for ambitious women who want to create wild success from a place of deep soul satisfaction. It's all about reaching your highest potential. We're all about building wealth and abundance, creating a life of freedom and spaciousness, but in a way that feels 100% aligned with who we really are at our soul level. Inside the Success Circle, you'll get weekly teachings and virtual coaching to step into your power, connect and hold on to your vision, and stay accountable to your highest trajectory and goals. So you can create the life you know you're meant to create and you're here for. Right now, the membership is open for enrollment. You can join us for just $30 a month. I'm going to drop the link in the notes. Feel free to check it out if you're curious. And until next time, trust your voice, anchor your magic, and remember who you are. And hey, if you have a topic that you're curious about and you want to learn more about that I can bring into next month's series, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm always open to your feedback, to making this a dialogue, and to receiving your new ideas. Sending you much love. See you next week. Mwah!